Welcome back, fans of Colorado Mesa Athletics. You are now tuning in to Maverick Post Game, where we have all of your highlights, stats, and analysis of the CMU Mavericks.
Hello everyone, my name is Bryce Langley.
And I am Stefany Busch. For the first time in program history, both the men and women's swimming and diving team swept the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference championship titles. Previous years have had wins on either the men and women's side, but never simultaneously. The four-day meet unfolded in Lewisville, Texas at the Independent School District West Side Aquatic Center. On the men's side, Mesa saw 16 event wins, absolutely insane depth for the Mavs. Along with the outlandish number of wins, the men set a record for highest scoring team in RMAC Conference Championship history. Notable swimmers were freshman Arthur Curry with 3 event wins and the award for swimmer of the meet, scoring the most points individually. Another freshman, Logan Ellis, pocketed 3 event wins as well. Diver Amar Hassan was the men's diver of the meet and broke the 1-meter conference record. On the women's side, your Mavs posted 2 event wins. The depth and consistency of the ladies in multiple events kept their score on top. Shout out to Robin Nays for being recognized as the freshman of the meet. As for the divers, your ladies went 1, 2, and 3 on 1-meter board, which has never happened before. Brittany Dixon received the Diver of the Meet award and broke the meet record on the 1-meter board, while Abigail Smith got a well-deserved Diver of the Year, making dramatic improvements from her previous 3 years on the team. To come to a close on an incredible meet, we would like to congratulate Jeff Hansen for his awards as the Men and Women's Coach of the Year. Hansen has won the award on either side of men or women's for the past 4 years.
The Colorado Mesa men's basketball team hosted 2 opponents this past weekend, going face-to-face with Colorado Christian University and Regis University in back-to-back days. Against Colorado Christian University, the Mavs hung an L in the win-loss column of the Cougars off an impressive performance by Connor Nichols, who scored 24 points off 10 for 18 shooting. He also cleaned the boards all night with 7 rebounds. The Mavs came out red hot and held on to a 38-32 lead leading into the half to secure their 16th win of the season. In Saturday's matchup against Regis University Rangers, the Mavs stuck it out in a tight one, edging out the competition by a score of 75-71. CMU shot an outstanding 50.8% from the field and held the Rangers to 35.5% in the contest. The Mavericks abused the Rangers in the paint the entire night, with 50 of the points coming from the paint of the full 75. Kenzo Nudo put up 25 points on 10 for 17 shooting, including 4 for 7 from the three-point land, and Connor Nichols again had a big game, picking up 21 points on 50% shooting. When Rangers star Jared Brodbeck nailed the last-second three-pointer to win 78-75 in the last contest, this contest was out for revenge, and this revenge win improved CMU to 17-8 on the season, 12-7 in RMAC Conference.
On Friday, your Lady Maverick women's basketball team went to Lakewood, Colorado to take on Colorado Christian Cougars. The Mavericks fell to the Cougars 66-51, declining their record to 16-2. As a team, the shot percentage was 35.8 from the field and 23.8 from the three-point line. The ladies saw the three-point line 16 times and scored 12 of the shots. Shout out to Sydney Brandon with her first double-double of this season and the second of her career. Game high scorers were Brandon and Jalen Duran, tying at 13 points. Things were looking strong through the third quarter, but in the first 5 minutes of the fourth, they were outscored 11-4. Your Lady Mavericks stayed on the road into Saturday night, settling in at Regis University in Denver, Colorado. Hungry from the previous loss, the Mavs managed to bounce back, winning 71-55. The Mavericks improved to 20-3 overall and 17-2 in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. The Mavs shot above 50% from the field, which has only happened once before this season. From the three-point line, the Mavericks shot 29.4%. From the free throw line, the Mavs saw their best performance of the season, shooting at 87.0%. Notable players include Karina Brandon with her third double-figure rebounding effort, recording 10 rebounds and 6 points. Kylan Rigsby pocketed 3 of 5 from the three-point line, posting 13 points.
The Colorado Mesa men's wrestling team hosted the Battle in Bronson. Mesa won 4 out of 6 bouts, falling 27-21 to the Western State Mountaineers. Eduardo Penha holds his undefeated standing in conference duels with a 10Y win over Jason Hannenberg at 141 pounds. Daniel Van Hoos also had a notable performance, one of the best of the season so far, with an 8-3 win over Diego Calderon. The Mavericks look ahead to compete in the NCAA Regional in Kearney, Nebraska on February 23rd. Over the weekend, the CMU baseball team took on Montana State University Billings in a 4-game series, split 1 game on both Friday and Saturday, and then 2 games on Sunday. The Mavericks got off to their hot start in the Friday game, beating the Yellow Jackets by a score of 4-5. The close affair saw back-and-forth action due to strong pitching on both sides. Billings led 3-2 until a bottom of the 7th that featured 3 runs from the Mavs. Jordan Stubbings scored off a throwing error, and 2 batters later, Tyler Sandoval connected on a 2-run single to left field. The second game of the series was even more so tightly contested than the first, going all the way through to the 12th inning to establish a winner. MSU Billings struck first with a 4 score on the top of the second. After the Mavs worked their way back and held the Yellow Jackets to only 3 more runs in the contest, it took a 2-run bottom of the 9th to get the game into extra innings. And in the 12th, after a scoreless 10th and 11th inning, the Mavs took home a win with a walk-off single from Chase Hamilton into right field with bases loaded. Relief pitcher Will Dixon earned the win with a final 4 innings that saw an incredible 0 hits. The Mavs would win 8-7. In the final 2 games, the Mavs simply outclassed the winless Yellow Jackets, winning by a score of 6-3 in the 3rd game and 15-5 in the 4th and final. In the shortened first game of Sunday, the Mavs won on the back of scoring in 5 of 6 innings that they batted in. That trend continued in the second game, with the Mavs putting up numbers on the board in 7 of the 8 innings that they took the diamond. The Mavs go on the road next weekend to take on Fresno Pacific in Fresno, California.
Your Mavericks softball team had a hefty weekend on the road, traveling to Tucson, Arizona for 5 total games. On Friday, the ladies managed to snag 2 wins on the first day of the Cactus Classic. One win was against St. Martin's University with a score of 11-0. The other against Biola University, leading 6-3. Notable players from the Martins game were Kayla Jacoby and Jordan Hayes, each with a 2-for-2 and 2 RBIs. Mesa also saw Taya Gerber hit a 2-run double trigger. As for the Biola game, the ladies held a 4-0 lead through the 2.5 innings and led 6-1 through the beginning of the 6th. The ladies stayed the night in Tucson to take on both Simon Fraser University and St. Mary's University. The Mavs fell both teams. The first game of the day against Simon Fraser, the Mavs trailed 13-5 going in the bottom of the 5th and 13-8 going into the bottom of the 7th. For the second game against St. Mary's, the Mavs led 3-0 through 5 innings before the Rattlers scored 3 runs in the 6th. On Sunday, the last day of the Cactus Classic, the Mavs got their confidence back with a win against Texas Permian Basin University. The final score was 15-0 with 14 hits and 2 homers. The ladies improved to 7-3 overall.
Thank you everyone for watching this week's edition of Maverick Post Game. Join us next week for more coverage of your CMU Mavericks. I'm Bryce Langley.
And I am Stefany Busch. See you next time.